Christoph Cemper, founder of the LinkResearchTools, creator of Link Detox. And I welcome you with big joy to this webinar with my friends from NetPeak and HP conference that I'm going to visit in July. And yeah, we're going to talk about the top 10 SEO mistakes. I'm going to show you some stuff. I hope you have a great day so far. And yeah, maybe that's something, we can later discuss as well. But I will give you some good material, some good ideas, some good questions or food for thought that you can, digest. And I want to get started right away because, that's why we're here. So let me share my screen and get started right away. The top 10 SEO mistakes to avoid. I'm Christoph C. Cemper. If you don't know me, I have been doing links and SEO, anything off page, building links, spamming links, buying links, auditing links, disavowing links since 2003. And I'm the founder and CEO of LinkResearchTools, and Link Detox is my invention. It was the first solution on the market few weeks after the first Google Penguin updates and created a whole market, a whole new sector. I'm also the author of Spaghetti Code, which is a book that should bridge between developers and other people, because I'm also a developer. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. I love, as you can tell, orange jackets and SEO. And here's 10 tips in 30 minutes. So we're going to have plenty of time for questions. That's for sure. And I hope you will give me a lot of good questions because I love these tough questions. That's what I love, especially about webinars. And yeah, I want to start right away with the link audit and monitoring mistakes that we've seen so many times. And when we look at that, tip number 10, a lot of people disavow and wait for Google. And when I say they wait for Google, they upload the disavow file and expect Google to take care of things. However, it's not that easy. You need to make Google recrawl the links so the disavow file, the disavow command actually works in faster. How you can do that? You can run Link Detox Boost 48 hours after you uploaded it to the Google Search Console. This is an innovation that we built in 2013, which is unparalleled until today, that helped people recover in as fast as 3 days. That's 3 days or 72 hours later. And we could get rid of penalties, manual actions after only a few days when they've been waiting for a month. And I see a show of hands here already. So let me quickly check that out. So here we got a question here. I would suggest, guys, if you have any questions, please put it into the Q&A. Into the chat. There is a chat available. Oops. No, I don't want to go live on Facebook. I'm sorry. There's a chat available where you can then ask questions. And when you put it into the chat, I'm going to, answer it right as we go. Okay? Does it make sense? Okay. By the way, we got 197 people signed up for the webinar. Not everyone is here yet. So I want to say that we're going to record this. We're going to record this and share this after the webinar. Yeah. I want to make sure that you don't miss this. Okay. So, okay. I think that was important. That was very important. And here's Anton with a good question, how to purchase backlinks at scale. Love it. Love that question. Okay, I'll get to that. I have a solution for that, Anton. The mistake number 9 is to disavow all the links anyways. Believe it or not, I've seen companies go so crazy about links, become so afraid about links that they disavow all the links anyways, regardless of their quality. Because there was a movement in the market, especially in Germany, where people said, oh, links are bad, we're going to get rid of them because Google is going to, figure it out anyways. That's wrong. You want to review the link detox risk of every single link, of all your links, and disavow the risky ones. And you want to do it yourself or hire a professional. However, when you want to do it yourself, make sure you got proper training, you got proper experience, especially when you got thousands or 10,000s of links to disavow or to audit first, maybe 100,000s of links and then 10,000s to disavow. That's not only a hard job, it also requires a lot of experience. So, tip number 8 or problem number 8, looking at only a slice of the backlink profile. We've seen this for years. We've seen this especially many times in the last year or so. And my recommendation that I give on every presentation, on every webinar is don't look at just one slice of your backlink data. It's this little blue slice that some people are okay with, that they are happy with. Don't just look at a slice of the data. When you audit links, you want to audit all the links. And this is like checking, going to the dentist and he would check only one tooth. That would be, not right. I mean, what do you expect? The one tooth is okay, and then, you expect the rest of your teeth be okay? Can you feel your teeth, hurting a little bit already? So my recommendation is look at all the links. All the links means all the links that you can get. Combine them all together and look at all the redirects and all the rel canonicals. Also the so-called deleted links, which are just blocked in robots.txt. When you look at data from Majestic, for example, what they call a deleted link is often a link they could not crawl because it was blocked in robots.txt. In LinkResearchTools, we recrawl all the data, and we want to make sure that we go beyond the robots.txt to find those people blocking the bots. So, interesting enough, if there is a robots.txt and it says block Majestic, block Ahrefs, block Systrix, block Mars, what do you think the website does? It tries to hide its links. So very often that's a good footprint for private blog networks. So to sum up, it's not a top-level approach, high-level approach to take 500,000 links out of 17 million in this example. It's just worth nothing because statistics don't apply. You cannot extrapolate from a small sample of 500,000 links to 17 million links because it's not about statistics. It's not about A or B. It's about what's the 16.5 million other links? What are the domain names? There is no statistical function to calculate domain names, right? So your fix is combine as many as possible backlink data sources and look at a full picture. Choose a software and a plan that allows you to analyze all your backlinks. In the past, for example, also in LinkResearchTools, we only, had a lot of features for the segmentation, and we put this into the hands of the user to expect him to know how big his domain is. So sometimes then users bought the wrong plan, bought a too small plan, and did a disavow based on some links, but not all the links. So that was my mistake as well. I thought everyone would be doing the research, everyone would be combining all the possible data, but the truth is I was wrong. So since beginning of 2017, we enforce in LinkResearchTools to use the right plan for a domain. And if you have a domain with 17 million links, you need to audit the 17 million links and not 500,000. Of course, that's a cost problem for some, but it's a time and work problem for most. It's a lot of work. And I have some solutions for that in the making in a new release, of course. But in general, there is no way out. You cannot not look at all the links. If you want to do a proper link audit, all the link data sources need to be combined. Yes, really, all the backlinks. And I had this question many times for, well, way over a year now, well, actually more. And my answer is always yes, all the backlinks. Now, here's the next kicker. Not monitoring the backlink profile after the backlink audit. A lot of companies, a lot of SEO experts say, we do one disavow, we do one link audit, we clean up our backlink profile, and then we're fine. And you're not. Because the web changes on a regular basis. It changes every day. Snap, it just changed. The web changed again. See, what I mean is you cannot expect that just because you're done with the work and you uploaded some disavows because you got rid of some bad links, doesn't mean you don't get new bad links. And there is also another problem to this, stopping that I'll come to when we talk about the undisavowing. Monitoring the backlink profile is something to do on a regular basis, on a not daily basis, but we recommend every month at least. And then I got these questions. Is that even possible? I didn't do any link building. I didn't build any links myself. How can I, have suddenly a high toxic backlink profile? And Ingo in 2016 was one of those webmasters that said, I don't want to touch links because I got burned. I have the penalty. I did a cleanup. I had the manual action removed. And guess what happened? He had new competitors. They were ranking better than him. They did link building with the low risk and quality links for themselves, and all the bad links they pointed to Ingo. So his backlink profile got worse over time. Again. So just think about all the negative SEO out there. It's actually easier to find bad links than to find good links. It always has been, but now the bad links can really have a very negative effect. So your fix for that is, of course, to monitor new links to your domain so that you can spot negative SEO attacks. You want to set up link alerts. It works like Google Alerts, but for links. And of course, do a regular link detox. Link detox is the product that we introduced to do link audits on a regular basis. And we're going to improve that even more so that we allow even daily link audits without having a lot of work. Yeah, it's going to come very soon. And I already gave some previews out. Maybe in a few weeks' time, you're going to see that already again in a much better advanced shape. And the first alpha users will be using it very, very soon. But it's not about just the product, which is, with so much data and experience and technology. It's about the mindset. It's a state of mind that you think the web is static or not. If you believe the web, is fixed, is static, then that's the problem to solve first, to get yourself out of that mindset. But let's remember for a moment, a link would bring you real traffic. Let's forget about Google and penalties. Let's imagine you would get real traffic and could get actual conversions from a link from visitors. And it would help you in Google and other search engines. Does it make sense to take care of these links, to watch them, to look after them? Of course. You want to have these links anyways if there are good links that bring you business. So, but also a link could be worthless. A link could drive users away if it's an outgoing link or linking to the wrong landing page. I've seen this even in my business on a regular basis. We had some ads, for instance, for a German training and sent it to the English landing page and vice versa. Links can be, also harmful if they go to the wrong places, at least from a conversion standpoint and burning money. So, and of course, a link can hurt your rankings in Google and other search engines. So does it make sense to watch these links, to regularly look at the links that you have? Of course. Because the web is just content and links. Hypertext, hypermedia have been around forever. We put them on CD-ROMs in the 80s, multimedia CD-ROMs. And then in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the web. The web was just hypertext and hypermedia and hyperlinks. So a link is not a text link or a JavaScript link or a button or an app connection or a voice command. It's a path from A to B where a user navigates the web. And that means every search engine that wants to understand what we humans do with the content needs to look at links, regardless of the technical implementation. When it comes to link audits, of course, we even got the do-it-yourself guide in our LRT Academy that you can get at lrtco/link audits/8p, where you have an 89-page manual how we recommend to do link audits, even for bigger sites and in the team. And even if you think Google takes care of everything, do you really want to leave all of that up to chance or goodwill of Google? I don't think so. So, next chapter, link building mistakes. Number 6, to stop building links all in all after the recovery from a penalty. I mean, come on. Lots of people got rid of bad links and expected something good to happen, but getting rid of bad links just means you get rid of a penalty. Doesn't mean you get any new links. So you took away a lot of links, and what do you expect? Rankings go down if you lose links. If you have bad links, rankings go down as well. But if you take these out, only the penalty goes away. Doesn't mean your rankings go up. You don't have better or stronger links now. So you need to keep building links. Never stop building links. Set up a link building and outreach process in your company and don't just hope to get links. Do the legwork. I mean, a show of hands, who of you is in the content marketing dream? Write content and they're going to come. Nobody's going to come because nobody knows about your content. Nobody's going to link to you because they don't know about your content. So you need to do the promotion. It's outreach via email. It's Facebook custom audiences. It's sharing on social. It's putting a sign on the wall of your house that you have this new piece of content. Of course, engaging with your existing users, but getting it in front of those people that are going to link. And if your content is bad, of course, well, then sometimes even paid links won't work. You won't even get them, depending on how much you pay. But the best links you cannot pay and point to bad content. Mistake number 5, stuffing the anchor text with commercial keywords. Yeah, okay. Overdoing money keywords. Having all the money keywords overdone is a common problem. Everyone's scared from commercial keywords. Let's not use too much anchor text with money keywords, right? Because a lot of spam links in the past had money keywords. But that doesn't mean money keywords are bad. So the other problem that we got out of this is that many companies had no money keywords at all. They disavowed all their links with money keywords. And you know what happened? They dropped for the money keywords. Surprise, surprise. Huh? Money keywords aren't bad. Both of this is bad. Doing it too much and doing it too little is bad. It really depends. So your fix is to understand your competition, to understand which anchor text ratio is okay. I use the competitive landscape analysis to find out what's going on. Do you know your own money anchor text ratios? I mean, do you think 30% money keywords and 68% brand keywords is okay? Is that good? Is that bad? 9% compound keywords, 9% other? Is that good or bad? Anyone in the chat who thinks this is good or bad? How do we know? Who of you can tell me? Alex, Andrew, Dimitro, Igor, Irina, Julia, Leah, Maxime, Natalie, Nelly, Tanya, Tibor, Wanda, Nadia. Oh, all these other names, I'm not sure I can pronounce correct. Olga. So, is that good or bad? Come on. Show me some hands, some opinions in the chat. Is that good or bad? Remember this post on Mars blog, you know, where they said 20% no follow links, yada, yada? They were wrong, except for this one example. Here's one. Thank you very much. You think it's good. Thank you very much. Well, if you don't look at your competition, if you don't know your own compared to your competitors, you know nothing. We saw that I got 12, 13% money keywords. My competition that I compared here with a competitive landscape analysis shows me that my competitors only have 1 or 2% money keywords. It's possible, it's totally possible that my competitors also are scared from, you know, overdoing money keywords and disavowed or removed all these money keyword links. Which means that the industry has changed. And because the industry has changed, my money keyword ratio is too high in this case. Also, my compound keyword ratio is too high. So in a relation to my competitors, for this keyword in this market, in this language, it's too much. The rules are different in every country, in every language, in every keyword space. This is not a general rule. Competitive landscape analysis happens per keyword. Even in the same industry, for instance, mobile phone, keywords could have a different ratio, different rules. Have you heard of that before, guys? Did you think about that before? The rules depend on the top 10 results that you have in Google or any other search engine. And every top 10 results have different competitors. And those have different link profiles. So now, good luck blending in. The goal is to blend in and be a little bit better. Here, we're definitely not blending in, so that's some work, you know, to do. Mistake number 4. Forget to check the disavowed links. Yes, the links that you already disavowed, and then undisavow them. You know what I'm talking about? You know, first we disavow all the links and then we undisavow them again. What is this guy, you know, crazy orange jacket guy talking about? You want to double check your old disavow file to find really great links that you accidentally disavowed, that changed over time. Maybe, you know, there was just a human mistake, and we had human mistakes a lot. You know, now we have more and more rules in place and things in the system that avoid human errors. But I, for my domain, had adobe.com disavowed. An adobe.com link from 2004. I wasn't happy when I found out. Certainly not. And of course, I undisavowed it. But don't forget to run link detox boost to make sure that link is crawled again after that new disavow file without that domain is uploaded. 48 hours, actually. Link detox boost, to remind you, makes your disavow file work faster. Let me remind you again. The disavow file itself does not work until Google has crawled the pages. So just uploading the disavow file, I'm sure you heard all these blog posts and videos and talks. I disavowed all my links and nothing happened. Of course nothing happened. If you disavow all your bad links and you don't wait for them to get recrawled, nothing happens. And we not only make sure they get crawled, we also measure if the Googlebot came around with Link Detox Boost. So, next chapter, link prospecting mistakes. Finally, we get to building and purchasing backlinks. Yeah, because it still works. People still buy links. Building and buying just any links is the problem. You want to build high quality links only. And you want to check if those links are relevant to your niche, but even more important, if they have a low risk for your domain and high power and trust. Otherwise, you don't build or buy them. So how does that work? Number one, of course, you need to go for high trust links. Measuring the trust of a domain is not enough. Domain authority means nothing. You can have really bad, untrusted links from page on a trusted domain. I'll give you an example. If you have a big newspaper and a subfolder is hacked and there are some spam links in there, of course these subpages don't have enough trust or no trust at all. Domain authority is a concept that I don't recommend to follow. I know it's very popular, and yeah, link sellers loved Moz DA because it always, gave some nice numbers. Always. It was always 30 to 50, always. And there's a new link index where this should be better, but the other problem is looking at the domain stats. And LinkResearchTools, we look at trust on the root domain level, on the domain level, and the page level. And I don't know if Moz, because I mentioned this example, have this now. But you want to go for high trust links where the page that links to you has high trust. And of course, a very low risk. And, in the link opportunity review tool, you can upload the links that you could buy or build. So what you see in this little diagram is, imagine, Anton, if you have a list of 1,000 potential backlinks, you don't want to buy all these 1,000 links, even if they come from the same guy, or especially if they don't come from the same guy. You upload this to the link opportunity review tool, and what you see below is an existing link profile. If you have a link profile audited, if that is fully reviewed, has up-to-date links, up-to-date disavow file, up-to-date ratings, everything, including the link detox genesis machine learning, working in there. If you've done that once, you can simulate 1, 10, or 1,000 links against even millions or tens of millions of links easily, because we have the existing backlink profile and can simulate what would happen if you would have that link. So it's like a time machine. We can look into the future to find out if that link would cause a problem or not. And it could work for you, Anton, and maybe for Jarek, it would not work. Yeah. So Jarek actually asked, what domain and page metrics do you use to determine toxic links? Toxic links can only be measured by an aggregate. Link detox risk, I can talk about that later also. Link detox risk is a score that we calculate from 97 different metrics and a machine learning that we built in 2012. We've been collecting data since 2012, 13. We started training a machine, and we have all the data from penalties. We got all the Penguin updates that were, harsh updates that we could easily follow. Back then, we could take 1,000 good and 1,000 bad ones. Now, just ask, these newer tools that offer some link audits and some toxicity score, how they do it. They try to, use some simple rules like same IP or same DNS. Did you know that link detox was free in the beginning, the first 8 months? We just put some very simple rules out there, and we even put them on the website. And everyone thinks, that's it. That's some rules, that you can see in the link detox FAQs, in the rule set, that we document for users to understand better, not for competitors to build a link detox competitor. The real magic is in the database, not in some simple rules or in some metrics. The way they are combined is sometimes we don't understand how the machine learning combines them, because everyone can spot very simple, amazing links. Very simple, the bad links, the really, really shitty links. But the harder it gets for the human, the harder it gets for the machine. And this is what we use link detox genesis, the machine learning, for. Okay, so it's not just 1 or 2 metrics. But this is all in the link opportunity review tool and link detox. And once you have one profile trained, then you can simulate new links. So instead of, wasting time trying to find out which links work or not, you just try to spot every place that you can get a link from, including, SERP research, including, advanced link prospecting methods that we all support in our software as well, like the link choose thief method, the common backlink tools method, the SERP research method, many different methods that I also have a little training for, that explains those different methods more in detail than I can do now in the webinar. Okay, but I think you got the idea. Link opportunity review works by having an existing baseline profile, a baseline link detox, and then simulating just a few links against it. That's how it works. And suddenly we can look into the future what these links would do for you. And that's scaling up backlink purchasing, Anton. So the second most popular mistake, and we talked about that before, I mentioned that already, is not really looking at the competitors' backlink profiles the right way. Come on, who of you looks at competitor links? I'm sure, you will now put a hand up and say, oh, I look at my competitor links all the time. I'm not talking about poking around. I'm looking at comparing yourself in a repeatable manner with a methodology. If you just pull up, some quick backlink checker and look at some links, look at some anchor text and say, here's a good link, here's a good link, it means nothing. That's not SEO. That's not helpful in a way for the long term. Looking at your competitors' backlink profiles even means running a link detox on them. So what we recommend is that you look at your competitors, run the link detox on their side, but not, if you run link detox on your competitor's side, you don't want to find the bad links. You want to find the great links, so the other half of the links. And you can get them. And these would be low-risk links with high power trust that your competitors have, but you don't. This is what I say by going after your competitors' backlinks, not just some backlinks. Of course, those with the low risk and the high power, the high trust. Yeah, and in website migrations, those are the most popular ones, the most popular mistakes. And the most popular mistakes are actually split into 1, A, B, C. It's actually 3. Number 1, well, the most popular one in website redesign or migration is always people forget about the redirects. They have tons, thousands, 10,000s of links going to their website and the previous website and even previous domains or subdomains. Sometimes people say, yeah, I'm going to look at the web server log file where you would only see 404 errors, maybe some 500 errors. If someone clicks on a link somewhere on the web, however, if you have links to a subdomain that doesn't exist anymore for a year or 5 or 10, you would never see that. This is what we do. This is what we recommend. We look at the backlink profile, we look at the graph, and look at where these links are pointing to. Your fix is to check and redirect such error pages on subdomains as well. So using the link choose recovery tool and redirect to relevant pages is something that we run every week. Even when we're after it, human errors happen, redirects are forgotten. I'm speaking at a university here in Austria, lecturing, and yeah, it's a big, expensive university. It's for master, MBA programs, and I ran a link choose recovery on the new website. They just had a new, website, really shiny, sexy, awesome looking website. 6,588 pages had links that were lost. So we're talking a 5-digit number of links they lost. A university lost university links. What would you do for 10 university links? Well, they lost thousands. And yeah, for weeks. So I hope they fix that now. Also still number 1 is not checking for the no index tag or the header. Happened to me as well. Give you an example, you do an A/B test of your homepage. You have the existing homepage indexed and the other variation as no index. And then you decide that's the winner and switch it around. You just make it a new homepage in WordPress, for example, but you forget about the no index tag. It's even worse if you have that in the header. We have a browser extension where you would see that immediately. It's called link redirect trace, but I'll get to that in a moment. And something that I also see when we go from on page to off page again is not checking if your links are on no index pages. Some people refer to this as fake links. It's an old but still working trick. People still sell or barter, they trade links on pages that have a no index. Maybe in the meta tag, the meta robots, or in the HTTP headers, which are not so easy to spot. If you use the free browser extension link redirect trace, then you could spot that. So don't forget to check if you have these no index tags removed. Use link redirect trace or the indexability status in Link Detox. The browser extension link redirect trace is free for Chrome and for Firefox, and we got 30,000 or so users of that one. They really love it because number one, you understand redirects as you serve. You can find these fake links because we also read HTTP headers, but also robots.txt. So it does a lot more than the typical SEO plugins. And we also measure, how fast or slow those redirects are. So you can optimize user experience. And of course, imagine if you have a trace like this, if you have multiple redirects hopping and you got a no index or a robots.txt block in the middle, you would never find out that these links are not working. And this could be done intentionally or as a mistake in a website migration, for example. I've seen it all. You want to see it all and you want to, make sure that you spot that. Of course, when we do that in bulk in LinkResearchTools, we do the same thing for hundreds or thousands or 10,000 of links. You would also see cookies being set here in the middle. If one redirect suddenly sets some overrides, maybe some affiliate cookies, maybe you have a problem. But like I said, bulk checking this in Link Detox for 10,000 of pages takes all of that into account. And when you have a redirect trace, multiple redirects step by step, and it's not indexable or not follow, then you would see it immediately by just looking at the linking page here in Link Detox. Yeah. My recommendations here are also to watch out for toxic redirects. Yeah. Now that we get a little bit more technical, keep in mind that penalties, Google penalties, are passed over via 301 redirects. If you have spammy links to a domain and you redirect that domain to your own domain, you could inherit a penalty. And this changed. Google didn't have this behavior until May 2013, and they changed it silently, without confirming, of course. And, yeah, good luck explaining this diagram in a tweet to Gary or John. Yeah, it's something a lot of people ignore. And when you do your SEO with expired domains, build a PBN and then maybe link to it or redirect to your own sites, you could have a problem here. The only fix here is to take these redirecting domains and run a link detox on it. And even more, watch out for toxic rel canonicals. There's a new negative SEO trick out there that we know since 2015 that's out now in the public. And I want to make sure that you know about this and check it. Google denies this one, of course, as well, but it's a tough one to spot. And we're just working on, a new database, new crawlers and everything to make that happen. And one last thing I got for you here before we go to the question. My book, I just wanted to mention, it's not just a book, it's also available as an audiobook. So if you want to have that to listen to while you commute in your car, go check it out on Amazon at spaghetticodebook.com. But you could also get it for free or almost free. The training that I mentioned, the LRT Associate training, is a set of 30 or so online videos with me, gives you lifetime access to a LRT Associate community, get you a goodie box with an autographed copy of that book. So I will sign it myself for you, dedicated to you. You will learn all these methods that I mentioned: backlink analysis, link audits, Google penalty recovery, link quality checks, competitor analysis, backlink monitoring, link prospecting, more about SEO metrics, browser extensions, more in detail, and more. And that's a training that we offer for $297. But And, you know, because there's a value, and we have this LRT goodie box where you have the book and stickers, an LRT shirt, a certificate, and more. This is the certificate that you will get to become, you know, when you pass the exam as LRT associate. And the first 30 of you that use this link, lrt.co/associate/8p, can get it for a lot cheaper, actually for €1. /8p. That's the link. And 8p web is the code that you need to use on the order page. There is an existing code. I think it's early bird or something that you need to get rid of, and then you can get it for €1. And you know, because your SEO knowledge matters, and we barely scratch the surface with some of these things. I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 tips here were known to you already, but sometimes people come to me and said, I didn't know about any of that. Sometimes people that run agencies, people that are responsible for a whole team of SEOs. Some of these may be forgotten knowledge. Some of these might be, you know, not learned yet knowledge. But your SEO knowledge matters, and this is what we offer with our LRT certification program. The LRT associate that you now can get into with €1 is just the start. We have extensive workshops, 2-day workshops where people come from all over the world, from the Ukraine, from Poland, from France, from Spain, London, even from the US, from Iran. They fly in to Vienna to spend 2 days with me in a small group, 12 people only. Why 12? Because 12 works. And I'm number 13, lucky number as well. And then we spend 2 days, a full day, a full first day, an evening in between with dinner and, you know, great food and lots of fun and lots of, you know, very, very sometimes secretive talk, and a second day. Because all these trainings, they don't work. This is a workshop. We look at paid links, we look at purchase links, we look at audits, we look at your website. And this is why 12 is a good number for attendees. And yeah, then next level up, certified expert or certified agency is just the next level that I don't want to spend time explaining. So you can ask me anything, and I'm going to publish my slides here at lrtco/8p. And yeah, you can ask me even for a photo if you see me in Odessa in July. I hope to meet you then. Sometimes people want photos with me, and I enjoy that as well. And yeah, I think we're up for questions now. I'm just reading this. I'm not sure if you can read the questions panel here. Let's go through that. How do you purchase backlinks at scale from Anton? Okay, so number one, you want to make sure that you don't waste your time negotiating or even looking at links that cause a high risk. I talked about that before when we mentioned the link opportunity review. Here we go. Of course, you want high trust links. Okay, that's one metric, but that's just one metric. Doesn't mean it's the perfect link. You want very low risk, which combines 97 metrics and the machine learning. And you want to have this at scale. So when you have your existing link detox profile, you have a bunch of links that you can buy, Anton, that you put them into the law tool and it tells you good or bad. It looks just like that. Low, very low. Those are the ones that I would go after. The medium, the high risk. You probably have enough high risk links already. So what domain and page metrics do you use to determine toxic links? I answered that, Jarek, already. Here's a question from Alexander. How important are exact match domain to the optimization success? And this is funny because exact match domains have been out of favor. They have been very popular for years. Then I think in 2012 or 13, there was this big EMD update, the exact match domain update. And later on that got reversed. So today, a lot of domains that are exact match domains are ranking really, really well. And there are a lot of people that use these new TLDs and new GTLDs for something like SEO.London to rank really, really well. So exact match got actually a lot more flexible. However, if you register a new domain, it's a new domain, and sometimes that needs a lot of links. Still, link power, link trust. Yeah, not just the number of links. So a lot of links is maybe the wrong wording here. Yeah, it's not the number, it's the quantity. It's the quality, not quantity, but quality. Here's a question from Anna. Here. How important is the exact matching of the donor subject to the acceptor? The topical relevance is often, taken too serious or completely ignored. Every link has to have a story. If you can make up a story why that link is there, why it makes sense that link is there, then it's good. Yeah. Imagine putting yourself into a room with a Google spam engineer, and that spam engineer asks, why is this link there? If you can come up with a story why the link is there, and the story shouldn't be, I gave him some money so he linked to me. I mean, no, that's not a story it should have. Then it would be good. Yeah. And here's Anna again. How could we find out links from websites with which block access to crawlers of popular sites? Well, just look at the robots.txt. That's a starting point. Of course, doing this on scale requires a crawler that looks at robots.txt. We look at robots.txt in the link redirect extension, and we look at the robots.txt in link detox in LinkResearchTools, and take that as footprints and patterns into link detox. So here's a question from Olga. If the domain's authority doesn't mean anything, then what parameters does something mean? What parameters should be monitored to quickly see quality of a backlink? Maybe a combination of domain authority and citation flow. Okay, the combination of domain authority and citation flow is bad, because domain authority, what I understand is you want to take domain authority from Moz and citation flow from Majestic. The problem with that is they're based on two different databases, two different link indexes. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. There are 4 metrics that I recommend to look at, and we got them as free browser extensions as well. We got the power and the trust from LinkResearchTools. We have link velocity trends. They are available in the link redirect trace. In the LRT browser extension, browser toolbar. Browser toolbar. The link research SEO toolbar. I'm gonna paste that link into the chat. Yeah. And there, let's first confirm that I'm okay with the cookies on my own website. The metrics that we show you there, it's like SEO Quake or these other browser extensions that create an overlay on the SERP. And you would see, power and trust, powerful links and trusted links, and buzz and impact, and link velocity trends. Link velocity trends measure the speed, the trend of the link growth speed. So link growth we all know, but link growth in a certain amount of time is link velocity, and how the trends in link growth change over time is the most powerful metric that no one else looks at, interesting enough. It helped us spot all of the really, really problematic Penguin links in the first Penguin updates, where the Penguin updates were really, really easy to spot. Yeah, not so now, but And you got tons of features. So I would recommend, you look at this, and it's also free. You can get all of them. You have the power, the trust, link velocity trends, and the ultimate check then, of course, if the link is good or not, is link detox risk, which is, the metric that we have to measure the risk of a link on the website. Yeah. So we explain a little bit more about this metric that's built in but you can only calculate it if you have all the backlinks already. So this is not something that we can easily put onto a toolbar. You need to run a full link audit to get that, a full link audit using Link Detox. So, but that's a great question, yeah. Metrics, you know, I understand that, you know, SEOs would love to have one metric and, you know, but there's really not one. If there is only one metric, then it would be link detox risk, because it combines all the other stuff together, including the machine learning. So here's a question from, what's that name? I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you for the webinar, but the question is, can higher trust links reduce harm from spammy links without the disavow? That's a great question. If you get extra high trust links, it can actually help you to harm from spammy links. But you need the high trust links first. Your own trust needs to grow. Just adding some trusted links won't get you out of a penalty usually. The example comes from usually, you know, big websites like Amazon. They can get any type of spam links and nothing happens because they're so trusted. But you have to be trusted first, and it doesn't work by fixing. You know, you cannot fix a spammy backlink profile just with trusted links. At least I don't know about a single example from the last 15 years. But if you have one, I would love to hear it. So Julia asks, what's a normal do follow to no follow ratio? The answer is, I don't know. It depends. What I showed you about the competitive landscape analysis here is the same. You know, when we look at brand compound money, we saw that, you know, someone said this looks okay, 30% is not much. But if the competitors have 1%, it's too much. So we can analyze the same thing when you look at the competitive landscape analysis. It's a different tool in LinkResearchTools where you can compare, you know, all these different domains and then see some charts. You see, I think in this video here, there's a whole lot of examples in here. Compound money. You see, we look at deep links, start page links, we look at countries, we look at, you know, all sorts of different metrics. We compare the topic of the link, the type, if it's from a blog or from a website, the number of index pages from where these links are coming from, etc., the number of keywords that are driving traffic to the domain, and follow, no follow, of course. Yeah. So you would really need to look at your competition for that keyword, for that industry, for that country, for that keyword, for that language, for that industry, for that niche. Yeah, the rules are really different all the time. Yeah, amazing question. Thank you very much, Julia. Alexander asks, I'm wondering how I could find out links and do an audit, considering that I can't see links in this webmaster console. Yeah, you know, there is no free way to do link audits. Whoever makes you believe that, you know, there's a free software out there, it only does a little bit. From our experience, there's only a very, very small sample of links in webmaster console. Sometimes it's less than 1%. So for instance, for LinkedIn.com, they have 5 billion links. Webmaster Console gives them 1 million links. That's 0.02%. Yeah. What's that worth? Nothing. What we do with the full backlink audit is we combine all data sources that we could get. LinkResearchTools has 25 different data sources that we combine together, and you can still plug in additional data sources, like, for example, plug in Majestic, plug in Ahrefs to increase that. And that means, you know, you could even go further than we are. But when we look at, you know, comparing these different link databases, LinkResearchTools always has the freshest and the most data. Why is that? Well, because we combine so much data and we recrawl it. Did you know that when you download the historic index from Majestic, that it's up to 5 years old data? You know what happens when you get 1 million links that are 5 years old? You recrawl them, you suddenly have 1.5 million links. So LinkResearchTools is the only product that I know that recrawls the links for your domain. We don't try to be the biggest link database. Majestic does a great job. Ahrefs does a great job. SEMrush has a little bit of links as well, Searchmetrics, Systrix. But the trick is, or the difference is, we don't see them as competitors. We use them as data sources if you plug them in. And so you can, get the maximum for your domain, for your clients, for your websites. And that means for some companies, they have accounts with all of them and with us. So we're on top, aggregating, putting it all together and making sense of it in a fresh way. And so only the link audit, the full link audit really works. I hope that answered your question, Alexander. Here's Julia again with the do follow, no follow, anchor, non-anchor ratio. Yeah, the answer is the competitive landscape analyzer. Maybe if you want, I can put the link in here as well, Julia. I have a short link for that where you can check out that video that I just showed. And yeah, here's one more question from Ali. Which good services do you know for automatic notification about on-page mistakes for a list of pages? That's a great one. I would recommend for anything on-page, right from the team that used to be onpage.org. So when you go right.com, this is what you want to do for on-page monitoring. Definitely. Markus Tandler is a good friend, the co-founder is a good friend of mine for 12 years, I think, and has been in SEO forever. So that's the software that I would check out. And so, here we go. Anton, I use Check Trust, but how do you search them? Not how do you check them. So the question was not about scaling link buying, but finding link sellers, right? Is that what you mean? Well, finding link sellers could be done in a combination between the Link to Steve and the Common Backlink tool. There is an ebook and an article that I published, Finding Link Sellers. Let's see. 5 million links. That's actually been around for a long time. It's in Search Engine Journal. You know what? I think I'm gonna republish it. Finding 5 million link sellers. Article and video from 2012. We'll send this to you when I found it. Maybe we got something on our, I'm not sure if we still have this online because it was a little bit outdated at some point. But essentially what we do is we look at existing link sellers that we know. We look at who else is linked there. And then we look at where they are linking to. It's going to come in the case study. I think that's worth a very, very good article. Okay. What's the Check Trust rule? Check Trust. Is there a button to switch to English? I don't speak Russian, Ukrainian. Site.ru, netpeak.com. What happens? 10,000 spam links going to netpeak.com now. No. 0 of 100. Okay. Maybe I need to do it like this. Let's look at what LinkResearchTools.com has. Okay. Yeah, it's looks like a domain checking tool that measures metrics, but I don't know the software, or I don't know the service, and I don't know where it gets data from, but it's definitely worth checking out. So thanks for that tip. And I always love to find new data sources, as you can tell, because I'm a little bit of a data geek, Anton. So here's one more question. From Dumitrash. Christoph, you said that there can be good links that also provide traffic. There are any tactics to build such backlinks? Well, I would say no, because it requires you to have a really good website, really good content, and engage people in there with copywriting. Essentially, that's the golden thing that everyone wants. I've had articles written on real Forbes, not just some paid guest post or in search engine land. You would be surprised how little traffic you get over a hot topic. Back then, Google Penguin was really, really hot, and then maybe you get 100 clicks in a week. Or maybe that's a lot, but it seemed not a lot to me. But, that is really, really, I would say, the toughest part. But the chance that a link could bring traffic is a begin with, right? So any link that is hidden somewhere in the footer or in the navigation bar, those were discounted years ago already. Anna asks if the speed of posting new links is important. Should I watch my competitors and do as they do? Yes, exactly, Anna. And we have a tool for that. There's a tool called Competitive Link Velocity. Well, we can look at competitors' link building speed, and there are other tools. They have some charts as well. We have a very unique way of showing it, where we have a heat map. When you compare 10 websites, you have 10 charts. That could be confusing. Here you spot this one exception really, really quick. Yeah, so that's maybe worth looking into, Anna. Wait. So. Oh yeah, I posted this already. Did I? Okay. Oh, someone wants. No, I'm sorry. Alex asked, do you believe that disavow works similar to make a do follow link no follow? Not at all. Because we have shown that no follow links can cause a penalty. And if those no follow links were disavowed, the penalty went away. I know there has been some tweet from years ago from John Mueller who said that no follow does the same as disavow, or disavow does the same as no follow, but that's oversimplified. If you only have some tweets to answer, what do you want to do? You want to do a big case study with thousands of pages? No. And the answer is no, it's wrong. We have seen no follow can cause a penalty. And we even won a case in court. The no follow links, the case study that you can check out here on our website, is something where we ask webmasters what they think, and where we got 5,000 penalty links analyzed, because we collected data for such a long time. So we know what Google said to webmasters. You only get 1, 2, or 3 links, but we collected them all together. And so we got some data that we could trust more than some tweets, And the interesting solution was that we then said, okay, but if half of the SEO industry believes that no follow links cannot cause a problem, they don't want to see it, they don't want to disavow it, we added an option to exclude them from the link audit. I wouldn't recommend it. I would always look at no follow links as well, because they can have a risk, and Metcard's confirmed it. But if you believe they don't, then you just need to flip a switch in link detox. Yeah? So that's how it works since 2013 or 14 already in our product. And here's one more question from Anna. What should be the dynamics of growth of links to the site whether to look at competitors. Yeah, I would look at the competitors really. You know, there is no one rule. There's no one size fits all. That's why we have all these different methods and tools to look at. One more from Alex. Will a link from a shitty donor, for example, an Indian directory with branded anchor text, be considered toxic? Yes. Should I disavow branded and also generic anchor text links? Yes, because it's not the anchor text alone. We had this question a lot. Which metric do you look at? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? It's not this or that. It's everything together. So you could have really toxic links with branded anchor text, really toxic links without any anchor text at all, and really good ones with money keywords. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, and this is why we put together all these data. There is no product out there that combines data in a way that we do with all this machine learning in the background. Again, the machine learning helps to decide on the weighting. It's similar to what Google does. You know, they have 100 or 200 ranking factors, but they're not the same ranking factors all the time. Sometimes a ranking factor is more important than others. And so we have a similar concept in Link Detox Genesis since 2013. So, great question, Alex. Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks, Anton. Thanks, Ellie. Here's another. How do you search for the places to publish links? When you mean to publish links, you mean to spam links using tools like Scrapebox, etc., by footprints. Well, that's a whole separate chapter. You're not looking for people to sell links. You're looking for places where you can spam links that have blog comments open, etc. I cannot cover this in this section, but let's just say that there are a lot of different lists out there that you can look into and then, of course, check them. Yeah, that's what they do. Finding the 5 million link sellers article. An article and video from 2012. I think it was 2012. And if not, just send me an email. You can, when you go to help desk at LinkResearch, if you email to helpdesk@linkresearchtools.com, my team and I can respond to your questions. I'm not sure if this was visible somewhere in the sign up email, which means you could reply to them probably as well, but just make sure, when you email helpdesk@linkresearchtools.com, we'll answer your questions further down the road. Olga, show me the promo code one more time. One more time, I would be happy to show you the promo code. It's 8pweb. And I can show you, where was that? Here. 8pweb on lrt.co/associate/8p. Making sure it works. Yes, it works. Here we go. And yeah, what else do we have here? Oh, wow. We're over an hour now already. I just see that we got 70 minutes already. I'm sorry for stretching this out longer than planned. I hope you enjoyed it, and we need to wrap it up. Call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. Thank you very much, Ali and your team, the whole NetPeak team, for putting this together and promoting it. I really enjoyed it, Ali. I look forward to coming to Odessa to the 8P conference. If you are not signed up for the 8P conference, let me tell you, I'm going to be there for the whole time. And if you go to linkresearchtools.com/events, you see me, booked here for the Ukraine already, 8P conference. Okay, this photo is not 8P, but I'm going to talk about links for SEO in 2018 and beyond. And we're going to talk more about the disavow tool. Link out is important. Links still important. Redirects and rankings. So should we still build links? PBNs, buying links, purchasing links. And the good thing is, I'm going to be around and I love to discuss and I look forward. I've never been to the Ukraine, so I really look forward. And you're going to find me, you're going to see me with the orange jacket. That's for sure. If you're there at the 8P. And yeah, I think I got all the links here where you can sign up for the 8P if you haven't done so. It's an amazing conference, and I'm proud and honored to finally be there to open the conference. So make sure you're there sharp in the morning. I think it starts at 9. Odessa is waiting for me. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Ali. And everyone, July 14, I see you in Odessa. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.